Hi everyone, Paul here for another episode of Hacks and Hijinks.
One more time.
Next time. Cha-cha, real smooth. Turn around.
Oh yeah, alright. Don't stop the dancing. One more time. We're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, alright. Don't stop the dancing. One more time. We're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, alright. Don't stop the dancing. One more time.
Now you don't need me to tell you any more about karaoke because I'm sure Fawaz has told you everything you need to know. It's on fire. And it's also but most importantly, it's and that's everything you need to know about karaoke. But what comes after that? So karaoke finishes at what, 5:30, and everyone's just living off of Coke and Red Bull and energy drinks, other energy drinks, coffee, and just pure adrenaline of the hype. But once karaoke ends, you're basically just tired. All your energies, you realize how little energy you had in the first place. This is okay for, I guess, most people who basically just have a little nap after karaoke. But unfortunately, at Icy Hack 20, I could not do that. There is no rest for the wicked. So while everyone is either packing down karaoke or heading over to the sleeping rooms or just going to other rooms to check out what's happening, because at 5:30, nothing really is happening around the place, I was rushing to get footage onto a hard disk to an Addison Lee man who would then deliver it all the way across to the other side of London. So this Addison Lee delivery was scheduled at 6:15, 6:30 a.m. and karaoke finished at 5:15, 5:30? I can't remember at this point because I was way too tired. So I was just awake for another hour for no reason other than to get this hard disk across to this Addison Lee guy. Honestly, it's making me tired just thinking about that night. Oh, I'm so tired right now. So if you don't mind, I am gonna go to bed and I will catch you in the morning. Peace.
So hey, my name is Tarun. You might be wondering why I wasn't at Icy Hack this year.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Well, I'm kind of the one who's either in a wheelchair, driving around really fast with a camera, or generally waddling around with a camera at many of the Icy Hacks over the past few years. So the reason why I wasn't there for Icy Hack this year was, I guess you all know about the bus factor. Well, kind of got hit by a bus.
Take that fake apology and shove it right up your hairy.
Actually, the main reason why I wasn't there was because I had an operation. Well, it was planned for the weekend of Icy Hack. I did try changing it because Icy Hack is kind of really important for me, more important than Christmas. Don't tell my parents that, please. So tried getting a move, couldn't because it was quite an important surgery. It was supposed to fix one of my foot. So to fix one of my foot, whatever. Yeah, it went well. Here's a picture of me an hour after surgery. I think there's a can of Coke behind me, which is quite funny. Trigger warning. Here's some pictures if you're scared of bones. This is what they did. You can see this big screw inside me, so yeah, kind of say that I've got a metal foot now, but yeah, that's cool. And yeah, went well, it was good. Yeah. So because I wasn't there, I obviously wanted to be part of it because I have been for so many years. So me and Paul came up with this really cool plan. We thought we were James Bond, to be fair, because a lot of thinking went into it. So the plan was I would be in an undisclosed location just off the M25 and Paul would be at the headquarters really, Icy Hack. He would be with his small minions going around filming random stuff, maybe the doc as well that appeared, and then he would then put them into this amazing courier which we call Addison Lee.
I tell her come and jump in my Addison Lee.
and they would then drive really fast towards me in my undisclosed location, my house, and I would get the footage. So they did this at 6 p.m, 6 a.m, and then after hacking finished around 12 p.m. I would then use all the footage that was sent to me and then create this montage within the 24 hours that I would then send back to Paul, which was used for the final closing ceremony. Because I only had one leg at the time, it was quite a team effort, and I got my whole family involved to be on shifts to make sure that the hard drive was safely collected from the front door and delivered to my bed. So I'll then get the footage off the hard drives using USB-C, of course, and create this montage within 24 hours. The video would then be premiered at the closing ceremony for everyone to watch and then later shared on social media. Throughout the 24-hour period, me and Paul would be closely discussing ideas, music choices, the vibe that was there at IC Hack. So it gave me an opportunity to know what was happening and be able to figure out what transitions I can use and how the video should be paced. People might wonder why I like doing videos in 24 hours. To be fair, it's just vibing really. Just drinking Coke and Red Bull, and you get free Nando's, free Domino's. It's pretty good. So my first time at IC Hack was in 2017.
I want you, we can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it.
Even though I wasn't a student at Imperial College, Paul was still a student, and I came along to take some videos and photos. It was amazing to be involved and see what was going on. It was a lot of work with no sleep, but then again, I had free Coke, which I was very happy about. By the way, Coca-Cola, not Coke. Do not do Coke. I do not advise about that. I haven't had Coke, by the way.
Doubt.
I came back in 2018 because I enjoyed it. Me and Paul came up with more ideas of how to plan it and what I did wrong from the previous year, but not wrong, what I could do differently to make the videos better, and also branch out into different mediums on social media.
Hey, just you and I.
2019 was kind of one of my favorite years because Paul took over the photography, which allowed me to concentrate on video. It allowed both of us to really step up the quality of our work, and the final product was so much better than the years before because both of us had more time to dedicate to ourselves for each thing. So 2020 was quite a challenge. As I said, I was in my undisclosed location, just off the M25. It was quite hard to edit, not being able to experience the vibe of IC Hack and see what was going on. I also never really had the free Coke and Red Bull, so that was a very downside of not being there.
Like I do.
In short, IC Hacks kind of changed my life. It allowed me to experiment with video and photography, and without that opportunity to be able to create these videos and showcase the work I've done with Paul, I don't think I would have my job now, being able to film and do photography. If you had the opportunity to do something, I highly recommend you to get involved and get stuck in. It's not just for something for you to have fun, but you learn so much. Working with amazing people who can really challenge you and allow you to learn different things that you might not experience just being a student. So most importantly, I think we should probably wake up Paul now.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
What's this? Oh my god, climbing from the bottom takes way too long. Tell everybody that I'm sorry, but I'm never gonna come back. And it's clear it's all gone, and finding what we have it just feels so wrong. And nobody's gonna stop me, cause I'm never gonna come back.
Good morning. I just had the best sleep ever, but also a kind of strange dream. Anyway, there's not really much time for sleep in Icy Hack, at least for me, although I think we should all say that as a disclaimer, you should be getting the right and proper amount of sleep. But Icy Hack 15 was my first one as a student, and I didn't sleep at all there. In ICX 16, I did get a bit of sleep, but it was like, an hour or two, and I still ended up missing the breakfast run. With ICX 17, on the Friday night, there was the volunteers kind of left a bit early, so there was a few of us who basically just stayed up all night on the Friday preparing stuff, and then, of course, karaoke on the Saturday, so I stayed up all the Saturday night as well. So there was 48, 49 hours, 47 hours, almost 2 whole days where I didn't sleep, where I really should have, and I would not recommend that because I got really cranky towards the end. Would not recommend. I'm sorry to all the people that I got cranky at in ICX 2017, almost 4 years ago, but if I didn't apologize to you then, I'm apologizing to you now. But then we skip ahead to 2018, and I have no recollection of 2018. I have no idea. I can't remember much of that at all. I know there was a karaoke, and then I know I slept like on a beanbag maybe, and then I woke up, but I really can't remember much else besides that. In 2019, which was the previous year, I slept on a jacket, and then I was in like one of the side rooms. I think it was a games room, or was that 2018? They all kind of blurred together at some point. But yeah, I just remember waking up and going and getting some bubble tea right before it ends. But I think this was also the year where I came back and I woke up and I saw that Tarun had basically just completely redone the montage during like the couple of hours that I slept, which is utterly insane. So given my past experiences with sleep or lack thereof at Icy Hack, I decided that in 20, especially doing photos and trying to do stuff and like making sure I need to be there for like the secret Addison Lee deliveries, I decided to get a room and actually get proper sleep on the Friday, go there for a few hours on the Saturday and just try and get good rest. Having said that, I think I was pretty much half asleep, even despite all this, until pretty much the end of the closing ceremony, or even when I got on the Uber and I was basically home. Yeah, it's very tiring. So the time after waking up to breakfast is usually pretty calm. It's like when the rooster crows and things slowly start happening and forming together, but you're not really at full pelt rush yet, but I'm sure Andy will go into that in detail later. So there's things like the ASDA delivery or the Pret delivery for things like your breakfast, fruits, milk, water, just making sure they're in good supply, because the last thing you want is that people run out of water or there's not enough milk to put in your teas or coffees. I'm guessing it's probably good to have fruits to go along with your breakfast. And yeah, the Pret delivery is your breakfast. But the thing that I really care about, and I think people don't really want to hear about another delivery of breakfast or Pret or fruits and veg. What you want to hear about is the great story of the first 2017 Icy Hack Karaoke prize. I say first, it actually wasn't the first, and it wasn't the first karaoke either. That was actually 2016. Before karaoke became like a fully fledged thing, it was pretty much a joke. In 2016, when we started it, it was pretty much the volunteers came back from one of our van runs, and we came back and decided to have a bit of fun. Similar stuff in 2017, where we knew that we wanted to do karaoke, but we didn't actually like plan it or like have a proper competition. It was just people could come and do some stuff. But we heard some really good singing. We heard some really good karaoke renditions. So what happened was that we were discussing that we should probably get a prize at karaoke, or like just a bit afterwards, but we didn't really do anything because it was 5 a.m. After I woke up, maybe just a bit after I had breakfast in 2017. So it's like 9, 10 a.m. and we were like, well, maybe we should get something. At this point, Tom Shuz has the great idea. The only issue was that it was 10 a.m. We needed to get these things quick so we could be back in time for, say, the end of hacking and for things like judging and just making sure that we were there as like hands to help. So we were at a bit of a time crunch with nothing more than me, Shuz, volunteer or two, and strong resolve. We set out to find a great fitting karaoke prize.
We've been driving around West London all morning, trying to track it down.
We went all the way to Hammersmith and we went to the CEX there.
Looks like quite old cables at Spark Plug there. Icy Hack bag, there we go.
And we just dolloped down some money.
There we go, got an old school PS2 there.
A PS2.
Especially had to ask for the fat one.
Like the chonky boy.
And obviously the only game worth playing, every SingStar game released.
All the SingStar games that we could that were in the shop, as well as
to replace the broken microphones, we've got some wireless ones this time. Avoid the mishaps of last night with people tripping on the cable. We have wireless Icy Hack mics.
I think one of them was maybe a PS3 mic that worked with the PS2, but the point is that we had SingStar games, the SingStar mic, the PS2. The only thing was that the prize winner
Daniel, yeah? Daniel.
wasn't actually there to collect their prize, which is slightly unfortunate. And obviously, after we did the PS2 in 2017, we had to continue that in 2018. But yeah, like I was saying, the mornings are kind of calm. You have, say, the hard drive drop off, or the prep breakfast delivery, or the Asda stuff coming in. This is just a little bit of where people start waking up, like kind of feeling groggy, and everyone's feeling that. You just have to get on and deal with it. But yeah, Icy Hack has been the best of times. It's been the most tiring of times. But I'm glad that I can say that I enjoyed pretty much all of it. I wouldn't give up my sleeplessness for anything else. I wouldn't give up the mad PS2 run for anything else. I loved karaoke. It's a core part of me, this experience, and I think everyone really does need to do it. Like, it may not have directly affected my job as it has for Tarun, but I can't say it hasn't been life-changing. It really has been, and I'm glad that I got the chance to share it with you all. Unfortunately, that brings us to the end of my time on Hacks and Hijinks. I hope you enjoyed this, and I really hope that you stick around to hear more about all the drama that will happen. I will leave it in the capable hands of Andy to close off the rest of the series. See ya.
A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No.
I'm the one who drives around in the wheelchair.